Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are breaking down two AWS services that you absolutely, positively have to know for your certification exam: the Database Migration Service, or DMS, and the Schema Conversion Tool, also known as SCT. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so picture this. It's a classic scenario, right? Your company has a database chugging along. Maybe it's on premises in your own data center, or maybe it's on an EC2 instance. The mission is clear. You've got to get it into the AWS cloud. So how do you even start? What's step one?
Well, right away, you're faced with a choice. It's not just one simple task. You've hit a fork in the road, and this very first decision is fundamental. The path you choose is going to determine exactly which tools you need to get the job done.
So let's talk about path number one. We'll call this one the familiar road. And honestly, it's the most direct, most straightforward journey you can possibly take.
So on this path, you're basically sticking with what you already know and love. You're not changing the underlying database technology at all. Think about it like this. You're moving from a source database like Oracle to a destination that is, well, it's also Oracle. It's just managed by AWS now.
And this has an official name, which you definitely need to know. It's called a homogeneous migration. Now, homogeneous just means of the same kind. It's a perfect description, right? You're migrating like for like, same to same.
Now, for this kind of direct, simple job, you only need one key tool. And I want you to think of the AWS Database Migration Service, or DMS, as your big, powerful moving truck. Its job is simple, but it's absolutely critical. It just picks up all of your data and moves it securely to its new home in the cloud. That's it.
Okay, so let's check out our second path, the new destination. Now, this route is a little more complex, a little more involved. But you know what? It's often the one that unlocks the real power of moving to the cloud.
On this path, you're not just moving house. You're upgrading to a smart home. You're making a strategic decision to switch database engines entirely. You're leaving behind a traditional one, like Oracle, to embrace a cloud-native powerhouse, something like Amazon Aurora.
And the official term here? Yep, you probably guessed it, is heterogeneous migration. Heterogeneous means of a different kind. And this is key. You're moving from one type of database to a completely different one, which naturally brings up a bit of a challenge.
So here's the million-dollar question. How do you solve the compatibility problem? I mean, the way an Oracle database structures its data, what we call its schema, it's totally different from an Aurora database. You can't just copy and paste the data. It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. It's not going to work. And this is exactly why we need our second tool, the AWS Schema Conversion Tool, or SCT. So if DMS is our moving truck, I want you to think of SCT as the universal translator, or maybe a format converter. It's the tool that rewrites the entire blueprint of your old database so it fits perfectly into the new one.
Okay, so now that we've seen the two different paths you can take, let's bring it all together and look at your complete migration toolkit.
Seriously, if you remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this analogy. DMS is the moving truck. It does the heavy lifting. It transports your actual data from point A to point B. SCT, on the other hand, is the specialist that comes in before the move. It's the format converter that makes sure all your furniture, all your stuff, will actually fit and work perfectly in the new house.
And the Schema Conversion Tool is incredibly versatile. I mean, look at this. It can handle all sorts of different conversions. You could use it to migrate from something like SQL Server to Aurora for Postgres, or even a NoSQL database like MongoDB over to DocumentDB. You can even go from an Oracle data warehouse straight into Amazon Redshift. It's super flexible.
So for any heterogeneous migration, it is always a two-step dance. Always. Step one, you use SCT to convert the database schema. That's the underlying structure, the blueprint. Then, and only then, step two, once that new empty structure is built and ready to go, you fire up DMS, the moving truck, and you pour all the data right into it.
All right, you've totally got the concepts down. Now let's lock it all in with a super quick, rapid-fire review. We're going to hit the exact points you are going to need for that exam.
Let's burn this into our memory, okay? DMS moves the data. SCT converts the format, the schema. For a homogeneous, that's a same engine migration, you only need DMS. For a heterogeneous, that's a different engine migration, you use SCT first and then you use DMS. Got it? And remember, the source can be anywhere, on-premise, EC2, or even another RDS instance.
And that is our explainer on DMS versus SCT. You now have the right tools for pretty much any database migration you're going to face. Which leaves us with one final thought.
Simply moving a database, well, that gets the job done. But transforming it, that's where the real innovation begins. So, which path will you choose?